Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzalez and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
Free money.
It's not free money. But in your Trevor math is free money.
Because normally I would have just kept that shit and thrown it in a closet. Even a few years ago, we used to go to breakfast, but then I would see a group of older guys that met for like breakfast every Sunday.
Yeah, I know that there's a place, and it's called, it's in Commerce City, it's called Tasty Donuts. Mm-hmm. They got great donuts, by the way, just FYI. If you go in there in the morning, there's the same group of guys talking.
See?
But I feel like phones messes up these public.
Is it me, or does it seem like people who have good intentions get the most backlash?
That's not just you. I think that's how it is.
If you took you and JJ, Delilah, and Ariella, and found the treasure,
Click the join button now to become a member and gain access to all the behind-the-scenes footage. Join us weekly for our members-only live podcast, but only when you click that join button.
And then you guys are friendly.
Fun.
You guys are
and
friendly.
We're like, oh, hey.
Make a friend. Make a friend.
Everywhere.
That's hilarious.
Swingtown.
Really?
Yeah. When we realized, we were both like,
The death penalty one for, because I don't like the death penalty. Like, I don't like it, but I love.
What's up, guys? My name is Trevor O'Connor.
And I'm Mike Gonzalez.
And this is After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Or two middle-aged guys
Hanging out
in a room. We got a guest coming on Tuesday.
Who is it?
An old friend.
Okay.
He happens to own at Cheers.
Oh,
Rob Kirk.
Yeah, Rob. The Australian, right?
He's English.
Or English. Same.
Yeah, I make fun of it all the time. There's going to be two people that understand. Him and Matthew.
Matt. That's it.
And yeah.
Okay, he's come. That's good.
So
I haven't seen him since you did weigh-ins at Cheers.
I love him.
That's a long time.
He is a very different animal.
Yeah.
Because he is an immigrant. He was born and raised in England. Came here as an adult.
Oh.
Well, came here on a trip. Met his now wife.
On the trip?
On the trip. And
that's it, huh?
like it.
He never went back, or he went back?
I think he had to go back for a brief time to get paperwork in order because he's kind of he's a by the books kind of guy. Like, he doesn't mess around with it. But he has an interesting take on the immigrant side of things and politics. Not what most people are going to think.
Really? Oh, that's going to be interesting then.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be interesting.
He blows, like, people don't know what to think. Because everything you think about an immigrant coming and wanting, he has his own.
I'm assuming now he's a citizen, right? After all these years?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'd be interesting then.
And went through it all the hard way, the long way.
The right way.
Yep.
Okay.
But he doesn't do the bullshit. We'll just say that.
All right. I'm ready.
So Rob Kirk will be here on Tuesday. He's fun. Rob and I go way back.
Yeah. Does he own more bars or just Cheers?
I think that's enough.
Really? When I was driving Uber, man, I can't tell you how many people I dropped off there.
Yeah.
Especially if I was starting to, like, if a ride took me up north. Like, there were times where I feel like I went there like 4 times in a row.
You just
which is fine.
Yeah.
Rob's
done a lot over there, and he's always been a big supporter of things that I do. Mm-hmm. So it's always good to have him on the team, but this is like the perfect storm where
Good.
what he has to say is going to
lines with what's
kinda-
going on in the world or the U.S. anyway.
yeah.
I guess the world. I guess the world, because anytime we do something,
the rest of the world doesn't care. They just laugh at us like we're clowns.
yeah, in question. But
We're clowns.
yeah,
All right.
you got topics. I've got thoughts.
Some things we have to go through first. I'm going to kill the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Not one voice note.
Okay. Kill the WhatsApp. Make sure you like.
It's people's fault.
Yeah.
It's every. Nobody wanted to leave us a voice note.
So then
They only wanted to text questions about
we
my
need
life.
a voice note. That's fine. Kill it.
I'm going to give them one last week.
What this
At
week?
the end.
What next week
What's
or
today?
Tuesday?
Today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday. By next Saturday.
Next Saturday, if we haven't received a voice note,
You guys hear that?
WhatsApp, we're
You
not
guys
going to
hear
see
that?
this anymore.
Yep. You guys hear that? But if you make sure that you're subscribing, notifications,
Right. We got to hit
$1.99.
You got to hit that join button first.
Join first.
I mean, you should already be subscribed,
You should.
but
should.
click that join button.
It's $1.99.
$1.99 a month, and
You could have
it
seen
gives
us-
you.
You could have
Hold
seen us just today have a whole podcast before we started.
Yeah, we had a podcast before the podcast. It was 30 minutes.
So you're
30 minutes of good conversation.
Yeah.
Actually, that probably should have been part of the
part of the
episode.
deal. So
But yeah, all of the unedited episodes, everything is
Yeah.
unedited as a members live video, so members
Mm-hmm.
can watch those at any time. I thought about taking them down after they're edited and put into episodes, but I think that's just a members perk. Like they can see that.
I think that the members should have that only.
Yeah, because before there's like 10 or 15 minutes normally before and 10 or 15 minutes after that people don't see in the public release, and it's $1.99.
Yeah.
And if enough people become members,
Guess what?
then I can make Mike do things more things at night.
Yeah. You can, basically.
Because then
Then
you can't.
then I can't make excuses.
Then you can't work
Yeah.
because I'm like, hey, we're
Busy
making enough money that you can't work the kitchen all the time
all the time with Juan.
because you use it. If you don't want to do something, you go,
I got work.
gotta work, bro. Gotta work. And I'm like,
I normally don't even work. I got to work today. But
how's this happening?
I didn't volunteer. I was asked. I said, sure, I'll do it.
Why? Somebody need off.
Yeah, my cousin. She's been working doubles. It's her restaurant. She's like, I said, all right.
Did you look at her and say,
I mean,
it's a cost of being the boss?
I have said that before.
your
Because there are
restaurant.
times where I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I said, that's what happens when.
I might come there for dinner tonight.
Man, I'll tell you what. If I owned a place like that, or if I would always
How
now
far is it?
off of 6th, way down down south, 6th in like Washington, pretty much.
Kay Miller's in the backyard doing doing yard work. She's probably gonna stink. If I can get her to shower,
All right,
we may come down there for dinner.
okay.
I haven't had a good chili relleno in a long time.
Chili Ramos are good, but yeah, no, I'm working tonight. We'll see how it goes.
You work a lot.
I try not.
You
to.
started working more and more lately.
I have.
What happened?
I don't know.
They keep asking, or you just keep spending?
I think I'm spending. Yeah.
It's a spending problem.
Yeah. I started looking at Amazon, and
Yeah,
I start buying shit I don't need, and
I gotta slow it down.
it's just like, and then I want to have money. This is just my thoughts,
You want
right?
to have your own money,
My own money to buy my stuff when I go on vacation,
right?
like, because sometimes like JJ doesn't say that, but she'll be like, "You really need that?" But if I have tips and I have my own money,
You're like, I
it's not coming out of our
don't
pocket,
question, yeah.
you know.
see,
So-
and we get it because
Yeah.
the lion's share of what we make comes from like YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
And just because it's like it doesn't go directly to Kay Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes she's like, do you mind if I transfer? And I'm like, what the fuck are you asking me?
Yeah.
Like it's our money.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's
Yeah.
your money.
But
But it's still weird. Like she wants to have her own money to
Yeah.
do stuff because even if it's our money,
Mhm.
if she doesn't have like the ability,
to
yeah.
yeah. So I just
Because we have separate accounts.
so do we.
Well, we have a joint account, which is my account. And then she has a separate checking account so that she can
buy whatever.
Well, so she can stash enough money away that when I finally drive her crazy,
She can
she can.
hit the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but she like when she wants to buy stuff.
That's why the car's always lost. It's never.
She's like, whoop, can't find the card.
Can't find the card.
No, but she, and I get it. She's like, can
Yeah.
I transfer this to my? And I'm like, dude, I don't care. B,
Yeah.
as long as our bills are paid and the envelopes don't come with red stamps on them,
Then we're fine.
and we're good.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you spend.
Yeah. So mine is just so I can buy shit that doesn't make sense.
That's why we have 2 separate Amazon accounts.
Oh, really? See, we have the same. And the only thing that I have to pay attention to that it comes out of my card when I buy something stupid. If I buy something that makes sense and I don't pay attention, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But there's times where I buy shit that I don't actually need and I'll never use.
Mm-hmm.
What did you buy this for?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it. You don't use it. I know.
Yeah. I've definitely bought. Well, see, the problem with me is I will have ideas on something that I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know exactly how to get from A to C.
You don't know where B's at?
So I end up like trying all this, like, I'll try it with one of these. Oh, no, that didn't work. I'll get one of these. And then I end up with like 6 things that I'll never use again until I finally found the thing that.
I've been taking a lot more stuff back though. Normally I keep it and I just put it to the side. But lately I've been
Returns,
taking
Kohl's.
Return. No, we have a UPS store right there, like
same
down
thing.
the street.
They just take it.
Yeah. So
We do.
So I've been lately. Normally I keep things or I'll just whatever. Or give
I
it
usually
away.
just take the loss.
Yeah.
I'm like,
man, I've been taking it.
And I have a weird mentality where I'm like, I ordered it.
Yeah.
It's I ordered it. They held their end of the deal. They sold it to me. They delivered it to me. I'm the idiot that ordered something that I don't need, want, or. But at the same time, it's Amazon. It's part of the whole game, right? If you don't like it, you just
Send it back.
send it back.
Now, if I use it, I normally don't.
Yeah.
Like if I won't say, but if like I bought a hose for my air compressor and it's not the one I wanted, so I just sent it back.
Right.
I bought that barking tool or the barking thing that don't work, so I sent it back.
That thing works.
Ours didn't work.
Ours
Maybe
works
we
so
bought the-
well that we had to realize that it
Really?
covers a pretty good area. And sometimes there's dogs inside that aren't.
Being a nuisance. See, we got it for the dog next door.
Right. And so there's a dog on the backside of our fence who gets loud. Like if one of the other dogs was out there, he starts barking, not because he wants to fight, but because he wants to let the dogs know he's out there
Yeah.
so they can chase each other up and down the fence. But then when like Ranger and Whiskey go out there with the neighbor dog, they all just bark and
At
run
each
up and
other?
down the fence. Yeah. They're not trying to fight. They're not trying. It's just dogs being dogs. But then you walk out there and you hit the little bark thing
Everybody shuts
and
up.
the dogs inside are like, what the?
I'm sitting here.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to. Maybe we just got a faulty one
Yeah, maybe.
because we got ours for the neighbor dog because that thing nobody's out there is barking.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I don't know if there's a way to triangulate it better so that it's coned.
just
Yeah, if it goes forward, because sometimes
yeah. So
dogs in the house are like, dude, not cool.
We need to do a stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, bro, I'm just fucking here, like doing what I'm supposed to do. But I've been better about returning stuff.
Yeah. I've been.
You want some Trevor math?
Yeah.
So when I buy something from Amazon,
Okay.
if I return it, I always click refund to Amazon account
Why?
and then take it back, because then I have like this gift card on an Amazon account.
So you can
So when I want something else,
just pay it off.
I already spent the money on that. That money's already
Gone.
That margin's already over there. So the fact that I just put it, I always have the return go to my Amazon account. And I'll save up like a couple $100 and then I'll be like, oh man, I really wanted to buy that. I don't want to take it out. I have all. It's free money.
It's not free money, but in your
Kinda.
Trevor math
works.
is free money.
Because normally I would have just kept that shit and thrown it in a closet and then bought the next thing.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get better. If I don't really need it or use it or it doesn't work, because even if it didn't work, I normally just say, well, fuck it, just throw it away.
Yeah. Return to Amazon.
Yeah, okay.
Get your refunds that way.
On
The problem is you got the same damn Amazon account.
Yeah.
So you'll return shit, put it on the Amazon, and then one of them, Delilah, will come behind you and buy something.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, free.
Free. Yeah. No, we got a joint one.
You know, you can pay for one and then share with a family member and they can have their own login.
Oh, really?
I think that's what we do.
So because I pay for the Prime, right?
Which
do you think anybody has an Amazon account and don't pay for Prime? Because that's dumb.
What
What
would you do?
I don't know. Are there
People that pay for shipping?
Yeah.
I don't know what Prime cost me a month. It's probably under $20.
I don't know maybe I should look
And I promise you, we get every bit of the free shipping.
Yeah.
I need to start leaving snacks outside for the Amazon guy
Yeah.
because he comes here so often. Like, I feel bad. I'm like,
You get the same one? Or it's not really?
I don't have any idea.
No.
I don't look outside enough.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
so
a package here.
You got to
Yeah, I'm gonna have
separate it so then you can have your own savings account for Amazon.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Save my money.
Mm-hmm.
Save my money.
It's already been spent once.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna spend it again. But if I have I have my gift card
Now you're only spending it
once.
Mm-hmm. Just rotating that money.
Oh.
Like lather, rinse, repeat.
Yep. That's how the rich get richer.
Yep. Don't tell Kay Miller.
Okay.
When you edit this, don't listen.
Don't even put your headphones in.
No.
Skip right over whatever minutes this is.
Yeah, don't talk. Don't talk.
Yeah. That's okay. Good idea.
Yeah.
What kind of topics do you got today?
I have not taken any medicine today.
Oh.
Or yesterday.
What are you quitting?
No.
Oh. Why?
I got out of my routine.
Oh.
I normally get up. There's like certain things that I do. And so I have one of those like medicine things that has every day of the week.
Yeah.
Morning, night on each side.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I just fill that on Sunday nights. And then all through the week, I know.
You don't take.
Then I know if I missed something or not. Oh, I didn't fill it up last Sunday. So I've been trying to do it just raw. Just wake up and remember to take all the right stuff and do all that. So I haven't taken medicine for the last 2 days. So good luck.
Good luck.
But I should probably sleep good tonight. 2 days without medicine.
Helps you sleep better?
Well, yeah, because there's no like ADHD medicine in my system.
Oh. Close your eyes and go to bed or what?
Well, I won't stay there, but I'll sleep better probably.
Yeah, for the time you do sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's see. We talked about WhatsApp and the fact that nobody. How do you guys not like WhatsApp?
I know.
We do have a Discord.
Yep.
You haven't downloaded Discord yet?
No, yeah, I need to do that. What is it, an app?
Yeah.
Discord? That's what it's called?
Yeah. DISCORD.
Okay. It's spelled just like that too.
So we're at the Discord. Matthew did set up a members only chat. I think there's something I have to do to authenticate that for him.
That one, the blue one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. I'm downloading it right now.
So there's a Discord for after the final bell. You can join that. And if you are if you're a member, you'll be able to go into the members chat. Otherwise, I think there's just a public chat. And then there's some
if we're
some different
members,
sections where you could go and post.
So we're members and we could do public and members chat.
Yeah. If you're a member, you get everything.
Okay.
You can see it all. But yeah, join us on the Discord. There's a link down there too.
Yeah, click that
I've been
link.
Keeping up with that stuff. All right. I was not medicated when I made this list. There is no rhyme or reason. It's like if someone just put like topics on a board and just threw fucking dart. Dunk.
Oh,
we'll talk about that.
Right.
Dunk.
Dunk.
Didn't know what they were. One of the first things I thought of, I want to go back to what we ended with on Tuesday. Remember?
Oh no, but I remember you asked a question. Right?
Yeah. Public hubs.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Having that sense of community.
I don't know.
Because I think like even a few years ago, we used to go to breakfast, but then I would see a group of older guys
Yeah.
that met for like breakfast every Sunday.
Yeah. I know that there's a place and it's called it's in Commerce City. It's called Tasty Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
They got great donuts, by the way. Just FYI. If you go in there in the morning, there's the same group of guys talking.
See?
But I haven't, I feel like phones messes up these public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not that there should be some sneaky things going around, but like, why are you going to tell where you're hanging out so you could have a conversation with somebody so you post it, you know?
Yeah, it's not about the posting of it.
Just like, because it's like, if you go out with your friends to talk about something, whether it's the donut shop or the coffee shop or the bar or whatever it is, like, I feel like that stuff should be pretty, not private, but just kind of off grid.
Yeah, it's what you do.
Right? Just like, you don't need a phone.
That's your own thing.
Yeah.
So for a while, when I was traveling back and forth, myself, Howie, and our buddy Alan, because we were only here once a month.
Yeah.
That once a month, we would try to meet for breakfast or lunch.
Okay.
And we would just meet up, hang out, talk shit,
Yeah.
kind of download, head dump, all this stuff. And I liked that a lot. And then not long ago, we went somewhere for breakfast and I saw
the
group of guys. And that's still community. To me, but they're older guys. And to them, they work their asses off to retire to get to the point where they could just go
have
breakfast on Sunday with their buddies and talk shit about the wives.
I
love listening to old guys talk about their wives.
Really?
It fucking cracks me
I don't think
up.
I've ever really heard.
Oh my God, it's awesome.
Is it?
10 out of 10. The only thing more funny is having one of the wives respond.
Oh. Yeah, those public. I just don't.
Where are they? I mean, kids these days, where is it? Is it the bar? Really? Is that the...
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like
because neither of us drink, so we don't go to bars. So
yeah.
it's not, I mean, there's probably a sense of community there. We could talk to Rob about it on Tuesday.
Yeah, and
I think he creates a sense of community by having different, like he has dart leagues and pool leagues, and I mean, I think that creates a sense of community.
Maybe a bowling league.
Bowling could do it.
That could be a sense of community.
I think any kind of league like that gives you a little bit, even if it's like recreational softball.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You're still getting together on Tuesday. But to me, getting to get I want more of a hub that I don't have to go there and
be active. You can just talk and hang out. Just chill. Unless it's in the morning, I just don't know where people would. I feel like
where do people find time?
That's one. Two,
where do they find a convenient place that's not going to be irritated if they take up more than the allotted amount of believable time to have a meal?
Yeah, which is, I feel like, gotten worse since COVID because there were times where you'd go eat and you could only be there for a certain amount of time, and I feel like that kind of just stuck.
Right. See, I'd be willing to over tip. Because I'm going to sit here and talk.
When we go to breakfast after the fight, JJ's fights, we always go to breakfast, kind of decompress on not so much the fight because it's not about the outcome, but more like what happened in camp. What thing? Right. Just the download. We'll sit there for 2.5 hours, and I always tip extra because I do know that
that's how they make money.
Yeah.
That table rotating.
So I want to be considerate.
Right. If I take up 2 meals worth of time, and I'm going to tip you 2 meals worth of time.
And I know we always go to the same place. We don't ever get the same server, but we see the same people.
Right.
So at least they know they're going to
in the back, they're probably like, don't worry, dude.
They're going to take care of you. Yeah. So, but man, I don't know of any of those unless it's drinking.
Which, I mean, I get, so that's a social thing for some people, but to me, it's kind of
Yeah, there's
It has so many opportunities to not be authentic. Because a lot of people that are going to the bar, just going to the bar to show out. And,
show up and show out.
but I mean, you do have those groups of old timers, those blue collar guys.
Yeah.
They get off Friday. They all go to the bar, have a couple pictures, talk shit,
and go home.
And then their wives call and say,
well, when I was working at the restaurant, I ended up talking to them because they came into the restaurant and they were talking about, they were just hanging out. And, well, come to find out, the guy had just gotten his black belt in jiu-jitsu. So we started talking about like, oh, that's awesome. So just kind of having conversations. And I said, well, is that what you guys are celebrating? Yeah. But we went across the street. There's a bar, Don's, and that's been there since the beginning of time, I guess, like 40 some years. Right. So it's a really popular place for now. It's younger people. So it's always busy.
oh, it's turned over.
Yeah. And the wife found out they were at that bar, which is just it's a dive bar, right? It's not a club, it's just a dive bar, and got mad. So that's why they ended up coming to the restaurant to have, the restaurant's not a bar, so they can
go there.
They can go there. And I'm just like, then if I'm just going to the bar with the buddies, like
if I'm going to have a drink to celebrate my black belt,
yeah, like
if I'm not at a point in my marriage that I can't just say, hey, I'm going to run over here with these guys, and you're not okay with it or don't try. I mean, one thing if I was just taking advantage of it constantly.
Yeah, but if it's a one-off type thing, it's like, yeah, like it's fine, But those public the
Kay Miller and Jessica, her co-host, they go to Target more than any two people I know. But that's where they go just to walk around and just talk.
Yeah,
it's where they can go. They're not with Jessica's husband. They're not with me.
Yeah.
They can talk shit about their husbands if they need to, or, make plans or do what they do. And it's just like their time. Mm-hmm. And they'll just go wander around Target for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Which is.
And I'm like, could you grab some lemon juice?
Please.
I need to make some lemonade.
Yeah. If you could I would appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know about those. I don't know.
See, I want a place where. And because I'm older now, but I want to play that place where I go and my boys all show up there at the same time without having to check in and be like, hey, it's Thursday. Who's going to make it? Blah, blah. You just show up. And there's like a deck of cards already there. If you want to just, if you're playing some spades or dominoes
or whatever,
or just chilling, you know, or like the waitress walks over and puts down the deck of cards because she knows you guys are going to be there.
Yeah. How long till you go and you become? They know who you are like that. Like the waitress. How long do you think? Like a month? If you're going weekly or 2 months?
I think it used to just happen, just naturally, where eventually they just knew them. But I think now you almost have to like go in,
talk to everybody,
have a conversation. Hey, I really, I'm looking for a spot for me and my buddies to have breakfast on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
We'd love to sit around and be able to talk, but we don't want to, if it's not your business style.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to find somewhere else.
It'd be interesting to find.
I mean, you can become a regular somewhere pretty quick nowadays, I think. If they see you twice, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good customer service, maybe.
Yeah, it's good customer service. I feel like it is because if you're not going to keep going back if
I used to own a bar, and I would work the like late afternoon, early evening shift, and then turn it over at night to like actual bartenders.
Oh, okay.
Who were, like good in fact, because it was a pretty fast paced bar at night. But I would make a point to remember my late afternoon people, what they came in after work, what they were going to drink. I'd see them pull up, and then I would already be making
their
drink. Yeah.
Yeah. That's important because there's people that I have that come in and I know what they're going to, most times I know what they're going to order, but I for sure know what they're going to drink.
Right. Your drinks are on the table.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's huge to them.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm not a regular anywhere. I just kind of go everywhere.
Right. It just never becomes that.
It just doesn't.
There's not a place that I could walk into and they'd be like, oh, he's going to want this.
Yeah.
There's not.
No. So I mean, maybe I should try to be a regular somewhere.
See, I want to be keeps going back to Rob. I want to be a regular at Cheers, but not for the bar part.
Yeah.
He makes some of the best fish and chips you've ever had.
Really?
Yeah. I just want to, like, I wanted to be like, whatever day of the
I
week
didn't
it
even
is.
know
that he
they
makes
sold. I didn't
food.
even know they sold food there. I
Oh,
thought it
yeah.
was just a
They have a
bar.
good kitchen.
Really?
Yeah, they do some really good Phillies too.
Okay. Oh, I love.
So
Phillies.
during the pandemic, they started doing delivery, just direct delivery, not DoorDash.
So somebody from the bar would.
You would call the bar, make your order, and then someone would bring it to you, like old school delivery.
What happened to that?
Yeah.
DoorDash?
And Rob remembered that I love Philly cheesesteaks with Frank's Red Hot right before they take it off the grill or the griddle. Little Frank's Red Hot, toss it and then put it on them, so it kind of mixes into the cheese. I hadn't ordered food in probably a year or two from there, and then the pandemic hit, and I saw that they were doing it, so I called and ordered a Philly cheesesteak and something for K. Miller. Didn't say anything about it. Rob recognized that the order was for me, made it exactly the way that I like, and sent it to the house.
Oh,
I didn't say, could you add Frank's Red Hot?
you just knew. He just had.
He was like, oh, I know.
I am a regular somewhere.
Where?
At the little restaurant by my house, Los Tamales, and I order.
Did you go sit down?
No, I always
Always
take
to
out.
go?
Always take out. I have sat down in the past, but during the pandemic, I really liked that place because their tacos at the time were $1.25.
Like regular tacos?
Street tacos.
Street tacos.
And they were delicious.
Yeah.
Right? And I just went in. I said, how's business doing for you guys? You guys doing all right? He's like, man, we're struggling. Like, most restaurants were doing. So I made it a point to go. I didn't I'd spend $10.
Your $10
I just
not
wanted
to change their whole business.
Yeah,
but
but I
if
just
there's
wanted
10
to-
of you,
Yeah, then I just want, to make so that they can make it. Through that, I became a regular. And every time I call out, order breakfast burrito, and the owner will say, is this Mike? Yep. All right.
yep, gotcha.
It's like, and I asked him, I said, how'd you know it was me? He's like, oh, I recognize your phone number. I was like, oh, okay.
See, they get it.
And they make my food quick too. I'll go in, pass the line. Like, oh yeah, we got your food already.
Michael was ready. See, I love a good breakfast burrito. The only place I can,
But you only like Santiago's.
it's not that I only like Santiago's. It's that I can't find another place that is consistent, lasts long enough to become like, what you're going to get.
Yeah.
How many restaurants do you know open and close, and change the kitchen, have a new cook, do this, do that? The thing about Santiago's breakfast burritos, I don't care how many people own the building.
It's the same. It is the same. It is
Fucking
the same.
I know what I'm getting.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is like the Santiago's by our house,
Mhm.
and then the Santiago's by the gym.
Mhm.
They taste the same.
Yes.
Which is nice. Well, that is nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I mean, I like it. If I need something like, okay, that's consistent, I could eat that, I would go. If not, I'll try other
But I told you any other time, if I'm trying to get, I usually go to like Chubby's on Tejon
Oh, okay. Yeah.
for anything other than breakfast burritos.
Oh.
I need a place. I don't have regular ship anywhere.
You need to get regular ship somewhere.
There's a place that we go right up here on 136 called Doug's Diner.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a couple of them. They're not like a chain, but there's more than one location.
Doug's Diner?
Yeah, it's right over there by the King Supers. And we used to go in there quite a bit, like at least always once a month when we came to town. That's where we'd go on Sundays before we flew out.
Yeah.
And they have pretty good food, and it's, local enough that that your money's being spent somewhere that it makes a dent
Yeah.
or helps somebody out. But it's just not something as regular. The only other place like that is on 120th, the McDonald's on 120th in Colorado. Right behind it, and it recent, like in the last year or two, it changed into this place. Maybe more, a little longer than that, but it's called the Grumpy Egg.
Is it right next to the
Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. Oh, we went there. I've been there. And you go in there, you order, you sit down.
And then you sit down and it comes.
Yeah.
They make fresh donuts too.
They do? Yeah. I got to go there and then I'm going to try them.
They make fresh donuts. But they also make the breakfast burrito that's the size of the plate.
Oh,
like that big.
Huge, huh?
And they're good with, because I like to have a breakfast burrito smothered in green chili with white gravy poured right over the top.
No.
It's amazing, dude.
No. Oh, you just.
Oh, it's
making
so
me wanna
good.
cry.
It's so good.
I got tears. Hold on.
And she'll
No.
yeah.
No, you just ruined
You
it.
never tried it.
I don't
That's the
want
problem.
to. No, it makes me want to
It's good.
cry. I never thought you'd make me cry.
It's good.
Oh gosh, no.
I'm telling you.
No.
I didn't think it was going to be, but it is.
Chili and gravy? No, you just.
It's good.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you. Oh, look, I just look like fucking Winnie the Pooh for a second. Lifted my arms and the belly popped out
Whoa.
the bottom. Hey.
Yeah. darn.
Speaking of the belly popping out the bottom, currently it's up.
Oh yeah.
Rockstar,
Pole
Fitness, Mike and Trevor Try Things is up right now.
Right now.
I put it up right before we went on.
I know. I
Got your notification right there?
yeah.
It's there. It's almost 15 minutes.
Oh gosh. I mean, we were there for an hour.
Let's just say I look worse than you.
I mean, you had a good dance. So.
I had a good time. You know what? Yeah. That kind of it instilled in me about how important it is to not care.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Just have fun.
Yeah.
Because I look like an idiot the whole way. I look like a clown.
Yeah, I'll go watch it.
I should have put on big shoes.
Oh really?
Because I look like a clown.
You look like a clown. Oh gosh.
I had so much fucking fun though.
It was a good time. Amber did a good job too.
We laughed a lot.
Yeah.
Mostly at each other. Not so much with each other.
Yeah. And Amber did great.
Like understanding that she was dealing with me, like my brain.
Yeah. She did. She actually did really good job.
JJ made us look bad.
I bet.
She was much better. Oh. And Kay Miller didn't have a camera on her, but some of the shots you can see.
Yeah.
She made us look terrible.
Oh, yeah.
She's strong. She weighs nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And she made us I'm glad she didn't have a camera.
Yeah. Or maybe that's better.
Yeah. But it's up.
All right. Yeah. Check it out.
Rockstar Pole Fitness.
It's only 13 minutes. Go watch the whole thing.
Oh, God. We're going to watch it when we're done.
Yeah, we're going to watch it when we're done.
All right. Let's move on the list.
All right.
Should we shotgun these or are we going to do conversations?
How many?
I got enough.
Let's shotgun some.
I've got enough for like a couple episodes.
Okay,
probably.
let's shotgun some.
My mind was.
All right. Let's shotgun some.
All right, here we go. Is it me or does it seem like people who have good intentions get the most backlash?
That's not just you. I think that's how it is.
People who want to do actually from their heart want to do good, not because they want to take a video of it.
Yeah.
It seems like they always seem to get caught up in someone making it seem like they're in the wrong.
Yeah.
People are just trying to help.
Yeah. And I feel it's crazy because if you pay attention enough, you can see with the difference whether they're trying to get a like or a view or they're actually trying to do the right thing, And if you're like the people that try to do like and views I feel like they don't get no backlash.
Right.
Versus they
get more likes.
Yeah, they get more versus the guy that does or girl that does do the right thing. You kind of just.
So coming off of that, K-Mill and I are big on just helping people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always been a thing for us. We used to do the toy drive and then we did the bike drive for Christmas. And then we've done so many things. But even while we were in Florida, there were people around our neighborhood that you kind of get to know, the homeless guys, the, things that are going on. And we're if someone hits us as genuine, we're we always try to help. We try to figure things out. And there was a guy in Florida and he was always on a bike and then someone stole his bike. So then he was trying to get another bike and we're like, what do you need? He's like, well, my buddy's going to sell me a bike, but it's this. I'm like, cool, here. And we just, gave him some cash. And then probably 3 or 4 months later, I saw him walking again. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? Something wrong with your bike? He's like, well, I got flat tires. And so it's easier just to walk because I can,
Yeah, because they can't.
I got, and then, one of the rims is a little bit bent because when I got the flat tire. So his bike was locked up like a block away from the bike shop. So when he got his bike, took it to the bike shop and, got him straightened out so he could be back on the road. And he actually looked at me and said, do you want to take like a selfie or something? So
Like he thought you were doing it for a
people
lie.
can see how much you've helped me out. And I was like, yeah, no, like
Oh,
not even
yeah.
once.
Yeah.
I don't ever, like, that's not where this, like, as soon as I'm doing it to take a selfie,
Mhm.
I'm just done doing it. Because
Yeah.
now I'm not real. I'm not authentic.
No.
I'm not, it's in, you'd watch other people like get out of their car at the corners and like hand them money and be like, hey.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like what for? Like I feel like you're just making at some point like it's like you're making fun of people. To me, that's
it's
what
almost like they're the people are less than,
yeah,
or like circus attraction where you can,
yeah.
hey,
Anytime I
give
help
him $5
somebody,
and you can take a picture with him.
yeah. Anytime I help somebody, and they're like, "What can I or this?" I'm like, whenever you're in a position to help somebody,
Help somebody else.
just pay it forward.
It may
Whatever
never
that looks
happen.
at.
It may happen
Yeah.
next week.
Or it doesn't even have to be money.
Right.
You know
Just
what I mean?
help somebody.
Like if you know push their car out of the way, like just pay it forward in some way. Like I don't like if I don't hope I'm never the person that's went viral for helping somebody. Like I don't. Not even somebody capturing a moment that I don't know. Like I don't like. I know that I'm where I'm coming from. It's just
I know the reason I do it.
Yeah.
And as soon as
Yeah.
there's a camera or something involved in that, I'm not doing it for the reason I wanted to do it anymore.
No. It just
No longer genuine.
nope.
I told you, Kay Miller and I used to go to that Perkins right there on 120th. And we used to snipe pick somebody every time we went there.
And just had to run out.
And then get out quick.
Run out.
That's the key. You got to get out quick.
You got to get out quick. Yeah.
Because
then they start asking.
or else you start to look like that guy that's hanging around waiting for some
Man, somebody
recognition.
bought a long time ago. Somebody bought me. I was in the drive. I was at work, and I went to lunch, and I was at the drive-thru at McDonald's. I went up there, and they just gave me my food. I'm like, well, what do I owe you? They're like, oh, that guy bought it for you. I'm like, not. That was nice, but I was like,
Right.
But he did the same thing. Paid. Like I can't even say thank you.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
So
That's where, like, a long time ago, people started doing that, like, pay for the coffee order behind you at Starbucks. But then it just became like a social media game, or like a plug.
Yeah, it was like what do they call those? Like a trend where you're just following suit. It's like
Not because you.
No, I did it because I wanted to.
Yeah, we normally just have a problem because Kay Miller can't go past. If you're homeless and you're up in our area, all you need is a dog and be near the Target. And Kay Miller will spend our bank account.
Yeah. Yeah.
She'll go shopping, come out. There'll be someone in the parking lot, like panhandling slightly with the dog. She'll go back
And buy something.
something.
Yeah. Oh, everything?
Somethings.
Something. Plural?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to get her,
Yeah.
just get a dog. Just stand out there.
Sometimes I normally help people with when they have kids out there.
I get so mad
it just
sometimes,
breaks
though.
my. It does
Because you know that sometimes they're just using those kids as the lure to get them more money.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But then you got to give them your heart, though. You have to give them your heart, and however what happens. Like if you are like drawn to or led to give, it's just like with anything else. You got to give, and then
I don't even
because sometimes people are like, "Oh, I never give money to the homeless. They're just going to use it for drugs, or they're just going to buy booze with it, or there's." In my mind, you can only give to give.
Yeah, you cannot.
I don't care if they buy what they do with it is what they do. If they buy food, great.
That's the same as your friends asking you, "Hey, can I borrow $20?" Like,
what are you spending it on?
I don't care if you ask me for $20,
right?
And I got it.
Yeah,
I don't care. Here's the $20. I don't know. I don't care at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't come with for what?
For what exactly? Yeah.
If you call me, hey, I need $150. And I was like, for what?
Yeah, for what?
Like, what are you going to spend it on? Did you do the research? Are you getting the best deal?
Yeah.
No. It's fucking, here. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Like what you do with it is.
Yeah. It's not a social media game. It's not.
No. Most people just do it.
If you're going to give with the expectation of getting,
and
I'm not giving.
I don't ever expect to get anything.
To me, that's, and more, I mean,
just don't.
I'm not the very first person to ever think of this, but I also go into that when people ask to borrow money.
Yeah.
Everybody has the opportunity to borrow from me once. It's all in how they handle themselves.
Yeah.
Because if someone borrows from me, I just expect it to be a gift.
Yeah.
I
think you're make
because
yourself,
then you're not carrying the animosity.
Yeah, and you're gonna make yourself angry when the only time you're not gonna be angry is if they say, "Hey, I just need $50 until Friday," and they pay you Friday. Like, sure, but
I have a couple friends. A friend not too long ago that was like, "Hey, can you send me $100 to my Venmo, and not to Zelle or anything? Can you send it to my Venmo?" And I'll get you back next week. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then the next day he hit me up and he's like, I just want to let you know, it wasn't for like drugs or weird shit. I was buying something for my wife. Mm-hmm. And if it came through our bank account, she would have seen it and she would have asked me what the hell was going on. Whereas if I sent it to his Venmo,
she doesn't know.
She doesn't know. He could go buy it and surprise her. And then, now that the surprise is over, he can be like, oh, here's the $100. Yeah. So like something like that is cool.
Yeah.
But normally I just think it's
gone.
It's a one-time gift.
Yeah.
And that way we can still be friends.
Yeah. Or
if I have no expectation of you paying it back because I know that it's probably not going to happen, I'm not mad at you for living your life.
No. And I also like,
I mean, if you pay me back.
When I help some people out, they're like, oh, I'll get you back. I'm like, don't worry about it. Like certain things, like money. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, pay me back
Tuesday.
But at that,
3 o'clock.
But at that, sometimes I'm even like, if I know that it's gonna be gone, like if I'm in a bind, just help me out, and that could be in anything,
right?
Just if I need a ride down the road,
pick me up from the airport.
Pick me up exactly. Just help me out. If you can help me out, it's fine.
Right.
Because if I hold on.
And that's the kind of thing like not keeping score.
It's like if I help you.
If I help you, then just help me when you can.
When you can.
Yeah. I think too many people, a lot of people will loan somebody money.
Oh.
And they don't get paid back as quick as they want to or at all. And sometimes people take advantage of it. But then they'll sit there and stew on, oh, did you see they went to McDonald's? They can go to McDonald's, but they can't afford to pay me back. And I'm like, well, maybe the cheapest thing they could eat was some 99-cent McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, you'd be more upset if they were at Texas Roadhouse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be more upset.
I'd be more upset if I loaned you $200 and then you invited me to go out to dinner with you for us to pay for our home meals.
I'd be really upset then. Oh, but yeah, if you keep score, I feel like if you keep score, then we're not friends.
No. That's my whole thing.
Right?
Boil it down to this. I will loan anybody money. I mean, not anybody. Like, you can't just hit me up randomly on fucking...
There goes WhatsApp. Voice
notes. Realistically, if I know you and we have a
sure.
Yeah. Not like the guy that hit me up and asked, I'm just going to shoot my shot. I need some money and a place to stay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't even know who you are. Like, I know.
Right before that, my house is open to anybody.
Right.
Oh gosh.
But my whole thing is I will loan anybody money once.
Yeah.
With the expectation that it's not going to get paid back.
Mm-hmm.
But if I loan you money and it doesn't get paid back, I will not loan you money again.
Yeah.
I won't. I'll never harp you for it.
Yeah.
I'll never throw it in your face down the road. Just
what's better? Hey, Trevor, can I borrow $10? Sure. Hey, Trevor, can I borrow $10 and I'll pay you Friday? What's better? I like, hey, can I borrow $10? I'll pay you back.
Yeah.
Because I already know you're
There's
probably
no
not.
expectation of time.
But if you pay me in 3 weeks,
same.
It's right on time.
Right. If you say Friday and it's 3 Fridays from now.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Because I have that mindset of I'm going to loan it to you once.
Yeah.
What you do from there is completely, if you use that one time to burn me for $10.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Now, what if they pay you back all the time?
Then I'll loan people. I've loaned people money time and time and time and time and time and time because they track record
of their credit. They got good credit.
With me,
Maybe not with the bank, but with you, they're on.
you know, I even have, and it's going to sound weird for a minute, but then it figures itself out. If my daughters borrow money, I expect them to pay me back.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. They figured it out now for the most part, but they can ask me for something or they can borrow something. Okay?
Okay.
If you ask for it and I've got it,
I'll get it.
and then
Right here.
you're here, just have it. If you ask to borrow it, you're on the same rules as anybody else. You get that. But because they're my daughters, if I loan them money, the second they pay me back, that's all I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see I just send it back to them.
Oh, so it's the principle of like, if you do what you say you're going to do.
Right. With my kids,
Yeah. I mean, that's a
all I want is
but
to
that's
see
fair,
that you
though.
put the effort in to putting that same amount of money back together and getting it to me.
yeah.
And then I just
That's
immediately just
fair.
send it back. But the time they don't send it back, the next time they ask for something, kind of slow. Kind of slow to respond.
Kind of slow.
He didn't ask for it, he has to borrow it.
Yeah. There's a difference.
I'd much rather someone just ask me for something.
And just,
If they know there's no way they're going to pay it back,
yeah, but nobody really is
have enough. If you have enough balls to ask to borrow it, have just as big of fucking balls just to ask.
hey, can I have?
Hey, dude, I'm in a bad way. Can I have like fucking $25?
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to have 20. I don't know if I'd ever be able to pay you back, but I don't know what I'm going to do for gas to get to fucking work.
Yeah.
Can I just have 20? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Great. Here.
Yeah.
Now, I need $25 because I'm short on my crack rock. I'm probably going to tax you.
Yeah.
With some interest.
So,
But that's the whole, that's the whole thing. An expectation of how someone acts ruins helping. If I help you and then I lord over you and I have this expectation of that you're only going to be in your house with all of your lights off to not waste any electricity.
till you pay me back.
Eating rice
Yeah, no.
until you pay me back.
I can't do that.
No.
I don't got enough energy also.
Because maybe you have enough money to live a normal life, but you don't have enough money all at once to pay someone back. It doesn't mean you're not trying to get it together.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, you don't have to go to prison.
Yeah.
And metaphorically, you don't have to live in a prison until you pay somebody back.
Also,
That's
too, if
just
you're
silly.
lending people money, like you're lending it to help them out. So you're not saying you're financially have a lot of money, but you're okay. You're not starving. You're not,
Right.
like don't lend somebody money if you're going to put
Now,
yourself in a
if you
bind.
say, hey, Trevor, I'm in a bad fucking spot. I need $250 to pay my rent or we're going to get evicted.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, here's the deal, dude. I don't have an extra $250 really. If you need $250 today to pay your rent
Yeah.
because you don't get paid till Friday and you'll get evicted before then, I'll loan you this $250. Just know, like, it's not spare money. That's money that's
That I need.
accounted for
Yeah, yeah.
in our budget. Like, I need it. So if you need it for a couple of days to not get evicted or something happen, I can help you like that. But you gotta
Pay me back.
understand that it's short term.
Yeah.
And I'll be very frank with people sometimes. I'm like, hey man, I'm just not walking around with that.
No.
If it's a dire need, if you're in really bad shape,
Yeah. If you're going to be homeless, then we can figure something
yeah,
out.
we'll figure it out. Like anything to keep you from
If
living with
if you
me.
need a beer, I'm like, well,
Yeah,
oh, sorry about your luck right now.
I need a burrito.
Yeah. Me too.
So, all right. So I think that's probably the end of the good intentions discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, my brain.
Uh-oh.
I wish you could just see this list.
Uh-oh.
I wish you could just see it because it makes no sense. This is terrible.
Okay.
One thing I do want to talk about before any random stuff, because I sent it to you. There's a gentleman named John Collins Black.
Yeah. Is this the guy with the treasure?
So I did a little more research.
Okay.
And apparently, I think, do you remember there was that treasure buried in the Rocky Mountains? It was like 4 or 5 years ago. It was a big thing all over the place where the guy like let these clues and he said, he gave a region as to where it was. Yeah. I think someone ended up finding it. I think it was down in New Mexico or something.
Yeah, it was in New Mexico.
So I think this guy got really intrigued by that situation and the movement that it created, people getting out, hiking, figuring out clues, trying to, and he really liked that. I don't know where his money comes from or where his backing came from, but he basically, all the research I did, this guy built 5 treasure boxes and hid them in 5 different regions of the United States.
Oh, wow.
So there's like one in each of these regions.
Yeah.
And they contain everything from like, there's a Michael Jordan All-Star rookie card. There's a super rare Pokemon card. There's jewels. Wow. There's like gold coins from sea treasures.
So like a real treasure then.
Like, yeah. And he's like, I wanted to put in things that weren't just
money.
So he went with like the rare Pokemon card because it still has value.
Yeah, for sure.
But somebody may just for that be wanting to go. 5 treasure boxes.
Where?
In different, one in each region. And he wrote a book.
Yeah, I see.
It's called like There's Treasure There or There's Treasure Out There.
And it gives you clues?
And the book is the clues. But it's not just a clue puzzle book.
No, but it's a book.
It's a book, but within the book are all the clues.
That's a good idea.
And he's like, well, I may have to write a second book at some time if they're not found.
Oh.
To give additional clues, if the clues that I thought were good enough weren't figured out. But what is the undertaking because I would love to be able to just lop out some time and say, hey, we're going to look for the one in this region.
Yeah.
There's one in the Rocky Mountain region.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How did somebody not see them burying it?
Well, because they don't say anything ahead of time.
Oh, so you just got some random dude out there. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be a big box either, right?
No, it could be this big.
Yeah.
They're not like burying.
Oh, I was thinking a trunk.
A sea chest.
Like
I mean, it could be a box. It could be one by one.
What would you do if you found that? That would be wild.
What, like if the contents are worth like $1 million?
Oh, that's worth it. $500,000 even.
Yeah.
100,000 at this point.
But the thing is, you need to tell because you want to be part of the story.
Yeah.
But then you don't want to tell because you don't want anybody to know you got all this stuff. But I would tell.
I would tell.
I would want to film the whole adventure.
Finding it. I think filming it would be awesome. I don't know if I could hold it in if I actually found a treasure.
I couldn't.
Like if I actually found a treasure that I was looking. There's no way.
It wouldn't be like trying to be braggadocious. Look what I have. It would be.
Damn.
We busted our asses, figured out all the clues, and found.
I wonder how deep
somebody was. I don't even know that they're buried.
Oh, really?
They could just be like shoved in
somewhere.
The right little spot in the rocks, or maybe in a cave. Mm-hmm. Maybe behind a waterfall. Maybe there's a lot of places you could just
set something and nobody would really pay attention.
But do you just carve out a month? And that's all I'm going to do this month. The first week or two, maybe just reading and reading and reading and rereading and trying to research based on what I'm reading.
No, I think you need a month to be searching, not reading. You need to read. You need to read
for like 2 months ahead of time.
And read and then reread.
And research while you're reading.
Yeah, and research the region.
Because you need to know like where I'm going to start, not just.
And depending on how close you are, like if it's in the Rocky Mountains, it's an hour drive.
Or more. The Rocky Mountains go all the way to Canada.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. So
it's not Colorado. It could be.
So you might need to go for a week.
Yeah.
Come home.
Or
go for a week or 2 or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like that would be interesting to like really like.
Almost more fun than trying to treasure hunt in the ocean.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that try to treasure hunt in the ocean. I think I told you before. Yeah. Most of that land's been bought up.
Yeah.
And you can like rent a sector of someone's land to go.
But then you got to give them stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas this is. I mean, it's almost like bringing back the family adventure.
Yeah. It'd be good
but
for a family.
But even if it's just you and your boys.
Yeah, that's
or you and your wife if you're crazy adventurous, or if you have it that way, you and your wife and kids, like
But
this year for our summer trip.
we're just gonna go try to find this treasure.
Right now, we're going to be reading and researching, and then when summer comes, we're going to be ready. We're going to go have a hypothesis as to where we think it is.
I think the more would be better because people are gonna have different ideas or hypotheses on whatever what they think is where it's at. You know,
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
I would love to do it.
He can't be the only one that's buried treasure.
No, I'm sure other people have, but he's just like he put it out there as this is what it's intended for. I want people to find this, but I want them to have to
They're gonna work for it.
go and be out and do it. And
How did he come up with a place?
I don't know.
How did he?
It's probably easier to come up with the place than it is to find the place. When you say it's in the Rocky Mountain region,
You got to for sure put it where there's not a lot of people.
or
right in front of somebody, and they just don't.
or you just pick a time. Oh, that national park's open at 5 a.m. First one in.
Yeah.
No one saw where I was going. No one knows that I was even here.
No, I mean, yeah. Or
Oh, you mean because the path is so worn that
Yeah, like
they're not going to put anything like on somebody that's not even a part of it happens to stumble on it because it's just right there, Rocky Mountain National Park.
here we are.
They put it like next to the fucking Stanley Hotel. No one will find it here.
No, it's right there.
But dude, like, it's just an adventure like that.
That would be actually
To be
pretty
able
cool.
to afford just to take the time to go be an adventurer and have that experience. Just think of having that experience in your life when you're 70 to go.
What kind of tools do you think you need?
Who knows?
Oh, the tired bug hit me all week.
Who knows how many tools? I mean, what tool?
Like, do you need? Oh, you need a metal detector? If so, I might
Do I?
because I want to buy one.
Can we use our fishing magnets?
We might need it. We got to go fishing, magnet
You
fishing.
got to find us a spot. But I think, like with this guy, John Collins Black, not like everyone can do it because financially it's not always there.
Not everybody in today's day and age can afford to take a month off of work.
Or to put together 5 boxes and hide them with millions of dollars of treasure.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that he sees it as this opportunity for people to go
Yeah, treasure.
and
An actual treasure.
and have an adventure with someone. Dude, can you imagine if you took you and JJ, Delilah, and Ariella
Yeah.
and found the treasure? What do you think for the rest of Ariella's life?
That'd be the best thing. We're just out there finding
That story forever?
Yeah.
We're treasure hunters and we found
A treasure.
the treasure.
'Cause then
It's
you're
kind of like the Goonies, man.
that's where the ideas came up from.
I would love it, dude. I'd love to do that.
Who can afford
Figuring out
it?
the time and the effort. I think like in our world, we would have to do shit tons of research and then take concentrated trips to specific places,
certain areas.
that we really
Because
feel
I feel like
we've-
once you get out there and after a couple trips, you can kind of have an idea of where it might probably not be.
yeah, there's like
Right,
big
like-
places you could eliminate.
Yeah, you could eliminate good like certain sections and be like, I think
Narrowing it
you know,
down,
and then the
narrowing
closer you get,
Can you imagine like you search for it for like a year and you're narrowing it down. The last section you're going to look at, scheduled for next week, someone on Tuesday goes, "We found it." Oh, is that the worst thing ever? Would that be the worst?
that would be the worst.
I know that feeling.
Another not so fun part would be finding it on the first go around.
I'll take that too, though.
I mean, I would
Because
take
then
it.
I'm going to fund looking for the next one.
I mean, it would be
If
fun,
I got $1 million worth of treasure,
but I feel like
I became the lead adventurer on finding all of it.
I mean, I think you would if you find one, it's probably gonna be a little bit easier to find that second one because you have
Maybe.
an idea.
Maybe.
I think so. You don't think so?
What if he put together 5 different crews of
And then-
people to go find different places to hide it?
Oh, then the book might not even be real.
No, the book could be real. The
What
book
if
could be-
but what if the book is like?
But what if, because like if I go hide 5 things, I probably have a tendency to look for certain types of things to hide it in.
Yeah,
Certain type. But if we give 5 people something to go hide,
mm-hmm.
and then you just come back and give me the coordinates to where it's hidden, and then I write the book.
Yeah, I write the book up. Yeah.
Because then you don't like. There's no advantage for looking if you win one.
That would be.
I would love it.
The adventure would be cool. The adventure would be
dude.
really cool. Like the just out there looking. Because I heard about that treasure one in New Mexico when the guy came up missing because he never came home. He died out there. Got stranded or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
You don't want to be that guy.
No.
But I mean, you become part of the story.
Yeah, forever.
I don't know. It'd just be so cool.
Treasure hunting would be cool.
You know what really hurt my feelings this week?
Uh-oh.
I thought I was going to find us a place to go bungee jumping.
And what happened?
There is no longer a place in Colorado to bungee jump.
Why?
To actual bungee jump.
Really? Why?
One of the last ones was down at the Royal Gorge, by the Royal Gorge Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently the fire that went through there a year or two ago, they never rebuilt the platform to bungee jump from. There's none. The closest thing is there's a couple places that have the swing where they strap you in and then like, and then you pull this and you kind of Superman swing.
I did that one at Six Flags or either.
Yeah, I did Illich's too. We could go up to Glenwood to that amusement park. They have one that goes way out over the edge of
JJ did the ride. Her and Delilah did the ride that goes over the edge, and they said that was
at Glenwood.
Yeah, they said that was
the swing that goes over the edge.
Yeah, it was for Delilah's birthday, and I was at a fight. And JJ's like, I think I'm gonna take her to the hot springs up there because they have that big pool, you know. And then she's like, we'll do I said, perfect. So they went, and she's like, that was scary. She goes, it was pretty scary.
So we went to the Colorado Hotel, which is right there at the hot springs.
Yeah, that's where they stayed.
It's haunted, supposedly.
Well,
we spent like $250 for the hotel room.
That's why Delilah. Well, that was one where Delilah wanted to go because she likes
haunted stuff.
So they stayed there, went to Glenwood, then went to the.
Yeah, we spent like $250 on a hotel room. To
see nothing.
Walk around a fucking hotel all night long.
And did you see anything?
And I didn't sleep because we just walked around a hotel all night.
But you didn't see nothing. You didn't hear nothing. You didn't feel nothing.
I saw some dark hallways. Snuck down to a basement. Saw nothing.
Yeah, it was.
Went back to our room. Realized there was no air conditioning.
It was hot,
and the only vent was above your door. There's a window that you could open towards the hallway. Apparently, they had air conditioning out in some of the main areas, so that if you open
you get a small dose of that.
If you open the window above your bed just enough, but then you have a window above your bed open. I mean, above the door out to the hallway. So I don't need to hear drunk 30.
Yeah.
The other takeaway I have from that place. Did not know this ahead of time, but if you go to the hot springs as a couple. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of couples who are very, very friendly.
Really?
Did not know what that place was about. Swing Town.
What, like nighttime and daytime? Like, what are we talking about?
Well, we went to the hot springs in the evening, and we were just kind of like, we were at the hotel. You just walk down the hill, go into the hot springs, the big pool.
So everybody's friendly?
Well, we couldn't figure out why, like, couples would just be swimming around, and then, like, the wife would come over and say, "Hey, how you guys doing? Oh, what's going on? Blah blah blah."
And then you guys are friendly.
Fun.
You guys are
and
friendly.
We're just like, "Oh, hey,
make a friend, make a friend
everywhere."
That's hilarious.
Swing Town.
Really?
Yeah. When we realized, we were both like, "We got to go. Mm-hmm. This is not the place for us."
Real? Wow. I wonder if that's a lot of them because we went to
go to Strawberry.
Yeah. We went there,
but we went naked?
No. But
did you see some naked?
No, because after dark it's allowed to be naked.
Oh,
right?
Daylight.
So we booked it to go like I think it was at like 3. I don't know. And because it's a long drive, so we're going to drive up there and drive home.
Right.
Right? So we'll drive there,
get in the hot spring,
hang out. And then I said, "Do you want to go at 3 or want to go in the dark?" And then like, well, let me see. And then JJ books it. She's like, "Oh yeah, we're not going that night because it's a clothing option." I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on up there. If you want to be naked,
you be you,
right?" But yeah, I'm assuming once it got dark, we we just headed
Well,
out.
I'll also say most of the people that came up to
We
talk
had
to us from Swingtown
Uh-huh.
were not people you wanted to see naked.
Oh. You're like, hard.
Yeah. I'm like, you look way worse than I do. So that's
You're
bad.
giving me some confidence here. That's they don't give you a heads up.
Who's going to give you the heads up?
So you could just
Who?
but
The hotel?
I'm saying,
Hey,
like,
guys.
isn't there like kids in there? Isn't there
Well, I think
I
the
mean-
swingers know not to go
during the day?
up to, or where they're not trying, like they're not actively swinging in there.
You just
There's not
know,
like foursomes banging out in the fucking pool.
All right. I gotta get I was trying
You
to
just watch.
I was trying to visualize myself in the pool.
You watch,
and then
you watch like couple come in that after you're like, oh, obvious swingers. And then another couple comes in, they're swimming around the pool, and you're like, oh, obvious swingers. And then they
start mingling.
swing, and then they're like, oh, and then they all leave together.
So we're meeting up.
Or they're like, hey, we like you. Do you like us? I don't know how swinging goes.
Do you like? No, I don't like you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, maybe
We like her, not you.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe I'll just go during the day then.
Right, safe.
Play it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play it safe.
Careful there.
Yeah. Forget it. Pass.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. But yeah, we could definitely go up there. I think that'd be cool, actually.
I want to watch you scream.
I won't scream.
You'll scream.
I used to like a lot of stuff.
I know what you'll say.
What?
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
You
I'll
say whoa.
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 Hold on.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hold on.
Yeah. No bungee jumping. That means we're going to skydive.
Oh, that's scary. Skydiving is scary.
Do you want to go on a hot air balloon ride before we skydive?
Yes. But is that scary too?
I mean, you're in a balloon.
Where's it taking us?
Up.
How does it drive?
The wind. So they understand the wind currents and how they go because they've obviously done it a bunch.
For sure.
And they know you start off here
You'll end up,
and you go up, and then the wind's going to push you, and then
you're going to go down.
you're going to go down there.
I think a hot air balloon would
There's
actually be
there's no jet to turn you around.
or stop you.
Yeah, there's no left or rights.
I guess that would be kind of cool, actually.
All right, well, look at that.
Do we have
Coming up.
do we know somebody?
Has a hot air balloon?
Mhm.
I don't.
I don't either.
It's probably not cheap.
No, but that's okay.
It's probably not cheap, but fun.
It might be fun.
I'll tell them you guys are going to get engaged.
Hey,
See if I can get us a deal. And Kay Miller's the photographer.
Yeah. Oh, and you're the video guy.
Right.
Oh, we should just play it up then.
See if we can
We
get
should just play it up. We should just play it up.
Oh, when's the wedding? 3 years ago.
We should just play it up.
When they ask, what are you planning? When are you guys going to get married?
Oh, that'd be great.
3 years ago.
That'd be a
Done.
great script too.
And then
boy.
boom, got him.
Got him.
I don't know if we can get a deal on that. Maybe.
Maybe.
They've probably been taken before.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want one or two more? Or we?
One more. Let's do one more because we still got to watch that video.
I have. Do you want to talk about the death penalty? Do you want to talk about tariffs?
Oh man. Oh.
Do you want to talk about robots in the workforce? Do you want to talk about drones in the war?
Do we have a guest on Saturday?
Not that I know of.
Let's talk. I mean Tuesday. Sorry,
Tuesday we have Rob.
Okay, we'll talk to Rob. Save the death penalty one because I don't like the death penalty. Like I don't like it, but I love
Clip that. Mike loves the death penalty.
I love like seeing when Texas is notorious for it.
Right.
So I go on their website and I look at everybody's what they're in there for,
Execution date.
and then I look at their last words because they post that on there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, and then I've watched Execution Watch on YouTube. So let's save that one for when we can talk about it.
Okay.
So let's talk about tariffs.
I got a couple problems here.
Okay.
Hallmark. The
The
company.
store
Mhm.
or the card place.
Cards, ornaments.
Everything. I like the Hallmark store.
So I saw an article where a lady who bought lots of Hallmark stuff to repurpose and sell, or, she did something with them. So she would order from them in bulk.
Mm-hmm.
And so she called and asked for the new catalog. So they sent her the new catalog with the price list.
Mm-hmm.
But attached to the price list or to the catalog was a new price update based on tariffs.
Yeah.
This is we had the book printed before that. We knew what the tariffs were going to be, and this is what we had to mark up to compensate for the tariffs. And then she got to looking into it, and 99% of everything that Hallmark makes is made in Kansas.
So why are we?
Where's there a tariff problem?
Why are we making tariffs?
That's my thing. Now our companies, and I know it's going to happen across the board, companies are going to raise prices and say, fucking tariffs.
Well, I feel like the excuse is going to be, okay, they're made in Kansas, but they've imported some stuff. I don't know.
She looked.
So they don't import.
Like
Everything
basically-
is U.S. made. So there should be no tariffs.
Right.
So that's illegal.
That'd be like our friends at Grind Hard Ammo. Because, their stuff is
American
let's
made.
see. What does that say right there?
Made in the USA.
Made in the USA. That would be like our friends at Grind Hard Ammo going, hey guys, if you use Final Bell, when you check out, you get $10 off, $250 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Final Bell.
There you go.
If you go to Grind Hard Ammo. But anyway, it would be like them hitting us up and going, hey guys, I know we had a deal on ammo prices, but these tariffs.
That literally made me scratch my head.
These tariffs are, so now we got to raise the prices. What did you made in the USA? So, companies now are going to take it full advantage and go, got to raise prices, guys. These tariffs, blame your government.
That's just ridiculous. Isn't that business-wise?
Bad business, yes.
Well, it's bad business.
Probably illegal.
It should be illegal. It should be. Somebody
False
get
advertising.
on that. Somebody get on that.
Yeah.
But for business though, isn't it better if you don't have tariffs? Isn't that going to bring you more?
They think all these goods are going to go up, so us going up some
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. People are going to expect it.
It does.
People are going to expect it.
It does because
we got a tariff on eggs because our eggs aren't made in America.
No, they're not laid in America. Nothing.
Eggs tariff.
Like that's ridiculous. Oh, you want to hear me complain? Every time I go to the grocery store and have to buy eggs, you will hear.
Are they coming down at all?
I think a little bit, but not enough. When I can get back to $1.29.
Oh, geez, that's never going to happen. Like, once we get to like $2.50, $3,
it's so hard
for a dozen. I'm good because they're like $5 or $6 right now.
No, well, yeah, probably. I don't know. I just complain and I buy them. But man, how do they? That's not right. That a U.S. company, U.S. made, is charging whatever the percentage is.
Tariff it up.
Because we went to DJI, that store down, which is actually, I want to go in there.
We need to go back there.
Man, it's like they didn't take us in there because they got everything.
You can't just go in there?
No, the door's locked. You got to ring the bell. The guy will let you in. He's like, hey, what are you guys looking for? And he was going to take it. So you walk into this, like this, right? Mm-hmm. It's a room with a door, or it's a building. And you ring the bell. He opens it. Hey, what can I help you guys? Oh, we were looking for the Pocket 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, yeah. We don't have any. We do carry them, but right now we don't have any. And when you look to the left, there's like a big room. And the door's open, but it has everything. Any drone that they have, anything.
Was it all like showrooms? Like
it was a showroom. Like it has. It's like going to like, how like if you go to like Best Buy and they have like the. It was like that. Just
dude, we gotta call them.
We should go
and ask them if we can come. Just
check it out. We should. I mean,
we'll film.
Yeah,
we'll do some fun stuff. Because we use all DJI shit anyway.
Yeah, so we went and we were talking to him. He's like, "Hey, just to let you know, the reason why it's hard to get them right now is because it's not worth it for us to import them because they have like 100 and some % tax or tariff thing." He's like, "So he's like, I would advise you to go on to Best Buy or go on to
if they have one here, buy it now.
Pay attention to where it's shipped though, because if it's shipped from outside the border,
change.
Your cost is going to change." I was like, good to know. I mean, we ended up getting ours at Best Buy, which is fine, but
we didn't want to talk about the delivery.
Who? packaged it?
And who delivered?
Who was driving the truck?
Do you know how hard it is to break that packing tape open?
Yes, because it's got nylon in it.
And you try to open it just to open your package, and it takes like 3 people.
Like what?
Your package was so blown open. Not only that, but the interior package that was your
out.
package was open, and you're.
I wonder if somebody thought they could steal it, but then they're like, we don't know what this is, so let's just put it back.
Let's not fuck it up.
God, they're so. I'm glad it works, but.
So they ordered from Best Buy. They were going to be out of town when it arrived. So they're like, hey, we're just going to have it delivered to your house because we don't want it outside of our house because it could disappear.
I would have been afraid that if we were home and it got delivered, maintenance would throw the box away because they thought it would have been trash.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So then they sent you an email and said it was going to be another week, but it was like
the next day. Yeah.
So it showed up here. And when it showed up, I took a picture and sent it to you. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. It was, man, but yeah, those tariffs, man, one, that's just jacked up. Everybody those are the things you should boycott.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like nobody shopped there. Like,
now we also know how my brain works, right?
yeah. So what'd you do?
Well, is there a positive spin on tariffs? What if, because we institute all these tariffs, that companies bring their workforces back to America, and because they're now in America, the places where we sent our jobs no longer is exploiting children for child labor?
I think that's good. I think that's good. But I feel like in ways, I feel like it's a temporary fix, right? Because for 4 years, you get the same guy, right? Whether it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
And someone else gets elected and everything he did gets canceled.
Because it's
just
not
like he just
popular.
canceled everything that.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like we start battling that battle.
Right.
That I think.
But if we get companies to move their workforce back to the U.S., it's hard to move it back out once you're here.
I mean,
but just think if that's the one thing
that helps the
that
world,
kills child labor.
I mean,
child
it's not really that
exploitation.
Bad, it's really not.
I'd pay a couple more dollars for a thing if I knew that kids didn't have to be exploited to build it. But then, at the other side of this is sometimes that family lives off of the 14 cents that kid makes making the fucking DJI drone.
I feel like,
exploitation is terrible.
It is. And, like Mary was talking about the other day, like all we can worry about right now is what's within these borders. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's
like, I'm even more localized. What can we fix in this city or in our state?
It's just for us, it's like the tariffs, I feel like, and I don't understand them totally. So I don't even really, I know that shit.
Tax on import, basically.
I know that I'm going to pay more.
Everything costs more.
That's where I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to pay more for the wind that's generating the energy. Okay, sure. Sure.
However it goes.
Sure. But
they can, there's always something that they can invent to make everyone believe. And it's just like pandemics, dude. How many pandemics does it take before people go, wait a minute?
Probably another one.
There's going to be a blackout pandemic coming up.
A blackout?
Power pandemic. It's coming.
What does that mean? Like power's going to go out? I need a generator then.
They're rolling blackouts. They're going to say they're having, there's problems with the.
So if I buy a generator, will it work?
If you have it hooked up to your house so that you're.
Oh, that gives me.
If you can figure out.
Gives me an excuse to
buy a generator.
Start shopping.
Yeah. It's not like you just turn the generator on. Like you have to figure out how to make it so the generator is feeding into your house, kind of like the electricity coming.
No, I just need the fridge on. I just need the fridge on.
Oh, you're just going to run an extension.
I just need the fridge on.
What else?
Well, maybe Wi-Fi. Maybe
some Wi-Fi. Maybe some Wi-Fi. But if the rest of the country or the state doesn't have electricity, that means the Wi-Fi towers are probably down.
Yeah, so maybe not.
Starlink.
They have it at Home Depot now.
Starlink.
I seen them at Home Depot. We went yesterday because we were just like,
see, with Starlink, you don't care.
I need
satellite.
I need to really look into that.
$125 a month.
I need to look into that. But yeah, no, these tariffs, I don't know. I know that if it creates jobs here, I'm assuming that that's good for the economy here and that's good for our country. It hurts it hurts and makes. I don't know if it makes. I think it makes the leaders of other countries more angry than it hurts people. Because the rich don't like to lose money.
Right.
Right? They're all stingy.
Oh, you're taxing my people.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I think for them, it's going to hurt.
I'm not.
But the tariffs,
tariffs are going to hurt everyday people more than anyone else, I think.
Yeah.
If you add 50% cost to something.
That's ridiculous. That's way too much.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you put a tariff in, it's basically a tax on an import of a good or item, which means, we'll say DJI, if before it cost Chinese DJI $300 to build it and get it here.
Yeah. Now it's...
And so that left room for American distributors to buy it at $350, mark it up to $500.
Everybody makes
their cheddar. It's good. But now, as a government, we send a tariff to DJI China and say, on every unit, we're charging you 50%.
So that's $150.
So $150 on top of the $300. So now their cost is $450 to get one to America.
So that automatically comes back to the consumer, plus whatever they decide they need to raise it so they can make money.
Right. So automatically the distributor is going to raise it at least that $150.
Yeah.
So now
what?
We're at $600 for something that was. But the government's making $150 a piece on every one of them.
So they're making money.
The government's making money.
And then the
consumer's paying more for it.
And then
it's not like they're passing along the discount. The government's not like...
They're still charging you 8% tax or whatever tax you pay in that city.
Like, for it to make sense to me, if the government... Okay, if it's $300, I'm charging you a 50% tariff, so you guys got to pay me $450 to get this into the country. Now I'm making $150 as the government just middlemaning on a new fucking ghost tax. How are you helping your everyday consumer? Where's your offset? Because you don't get to make 50 to 100%, pass it along at a loss to the consumer, and the government just make more. Where is the pass through? What am I getting?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're just going to charge other countries a tariff, make money so they can charge me more, then it's bad business.
Yeah.
It's just bad business for me as a consumer.
Yeah. It doesn't make me want to.
It'd be different if the government was like, here's the deal. We're going to put 50% tariff on everything, but maybe we can't just like reduce the cost for you right now.
But eventually.
But on your taxes.
Yeah.
We'll give you back X amount of, tariff dollars, that you spent.
Which would make sense. But
you would think that would make sense because then it's the government looking out for the people, but they're going to take the 150 plus they're going to continue to charge us a sales tax on it and make more. So they're dumb. If they didn't do a tariff at all, they'd be making the same. Now they're making 100% or extra. 50% more, and there's no benefit to me.
No. My pockets get empty.
Where's my benefit? Because that's what everybody in the world is going to want to know. Where is my benefit?
Tariffs. That's the way for the next 4 years.
Well, and neither one of us are economists and understand tariffs to the point or what the idea behind the.
And I'm sure there's good things and I'm sure there's bad things. I don't know.
Mostly bad, probably.
But
I mean, it's like I've read some things and I understand where like other countries have been charging us a tariff for a long time.
Yeah.
So if we match their tariff, it should almost cancel out to an extent. But going above, I don't know, dude.
I think it's just a pissing contest because they have tariffs on us. And then...
No, we have tariffs on them.
And now we have tariffs on them. And then if they don't do it by this time, then the tariffs are going to get higher.
Right.
And then and then the other country comes back, well, then we're raising ours. And then, it's just... At some point, it's just a pissing match.
Where Trump came out and was like, well, maybe your kids are just going to get a few less dolls. That's not what we're worried about.
No.
Sir, that's not what we're worried about.
Not worried about that right now.
We're worried about things from everyday life that are going to make it so that normal everyday people can afford it.
Yeah.
Which is going to just fucking blow up the homeless population.
Because nobody can afford anything.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. I got a long list. We're going to get to it Tuesday.
Tuesday and Saturday, next Saturday, we're talking about the death penalty.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday is political and tariff talk with.
Hey, that's going to be a great time.
With old.
Of somebody
Rob
that did it right.
Yeah.
So he can say whatever he wants.
And then Saturday, we'll be talking about the death penalty. And then after that, you're gone for like 10 days.
No, I'm here again. I'm here until. So this week coming up, we got Rob Saturday. Following week, I'm here Tuesday. I'm here Saturday.
And then you're gone.
And then I'm gone.
Then you're going to Italy.
Yeah.
And that's a week.
12 days.
So you're gonna miss like.
I'll technically miss 1, 2, 3 shows because I come back Friday.
We may pre-record something.
Yeah.
I think we should record 1 or 2.
I think we should at least pre-record 1. So
we may do a back-to-back, or we may do a Tuesday, Wednesday, or something, whatever your schedule looks like. We'll record and hold it for that time.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually don't need to be at sparring, not this Tuesday, but the next Tuesday.
You got to watch out because Kay Miller's trying to take your seat. She got comfortable in there. She adjusted things.
No, that's why I'm
you see what I'm saying?
over here.
She adjusted all your shit.
I'm going to tell her to keep her hands to herself.
She can sit over there, maybe.
Yeah. Don't be touching my things. That's why.
You want me to get some caution tape?
That's why it was staticky.
She messed with it. Mm-hmm. You want me I could put some caution tape around your section?
Yeah,
She'll be trying to fuck it up, huh?
Don't be touching my. Let me make sure nobody touch.
Nope. Yeah. Nope. Oh, also, real quick, guys. Right now, head over to Team Awesome Podcast Studio right here on YouTube and subscribe. Because we're about to start adding a bunch of new shows, completely like every direction as far as content.
Trying to have something for everyone.
Right. There's going to be some more girl talk over there. I know we got a guy that wants to come in and do some a podcast on some firearm stuff. Oh, which I think is a great idea.
That's a great idea.
We have Jody, who's looking to do that political.
That's going to drive you crazy, but I think it'll be good.
Wow. She's going to make people mad.
Yeah, I'm going to watch
I love it. I might just sit in here.
Hey.
We should give her a live phone call. Like, we should give her a live number.
Yeah, to call in.
She could do her podcast live and have calls.
Just start.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Also, Amber.
Oh, yeah, Amber wants to do one on... Oh, hers would actually be good. I think it would be good for everybody, actually, not just girls either.
Yeah.
I think hers would be good.
Amber is funny and she's good and she
not embarrassed.
She's been on all the dating apps and tried all the stuff, so she
knows.
We're looking at a podcast with Amber about what happens in dating app world.
Yeah.
But anyway, Team Awesome Podcast Studio.
Go like.
We're already there.
Or
Go subscribe. Turn on the bell.
So it rings when you get it.
We will eventually have memberships over there.
Okay, good.
Because we want people to be able to go live to members. Right now, they'll just be able to go live because we don't have a members section set up.
But eventually, it'll be a members section.
Yep. I think, and I don't hold me to this yet, but I think Kay Miller's podcast is going to move over there and kind of be the very first ones on the block.
And if you haven't watched that, go watch it.
Yeah. Girl, did you hear?
Girl, did you hear?
They talk about some stuff. I learned a lot about my wife watching that podcast.
Yeah. Go check it out.
I learned how mad she is at the food industry.
Whoa. She's angry with it, huh?
Oh,
didn't even know that.
She gets fired up.
Oh.
She does not like the food industry. She probably also doesn't like that I just eat marshmallows out of the bag, but
that's the only way to eat them. I don't even eat marshmallows, and that's the only way to eat them. I think you're just finding that random too. All right, well, we'll wrap it up here.
I think I'm done.
Yep, I'm done. We'll see ya.